delightful. Hi, my name's Dave, I'm also known as Infected Flinch, and 2 vlogs in the same day? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, bit of a personal one this one, because Dave, Lawnsboypost1975, I don't know how you pronounce it, but the cool guy who's always in a hat and is always in the dark all the time, that dude, did a video. And he does a lot of videos, but he did a video about mail order catalogues. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing an answer to this one, because there's a personal story, and whether or not you want to stick with it, you stick with it. If you don't, go. Shoo. Go away. Right. Okay, you're still here. Oh, you want to hear? Right. Going back a few years now, oh, before we go do that, Outrun, Sega Saturn, back to personal story. So, back a few years ago, I just was about to turn 21, so it's quite a few years back now. Basically, I had a lot of memories in my mind. They were all there. I remember things quite well. I could tell you certain colours of certain walls on certain days out. I had a really good memory. I could remember days out when I was a kid and all sorts of kind of stuff. So, you know, my memory was quite impeccable. I could remember like going to Blackpool. I could remember going to York. I could remember going to my caravan in Yorkshire, in the Yorkshire Dales rather. You know, they were all up here. It was in my brain. And when I was 21, basically I got up. My girlfriend at the time was forcing me out of bed because we had to go to uni. I blame her kind of for what happened, but what happened was I was really groggy, was really tired, and I said to her, look, you've got to leave me be. I need to come round. I remember that part at least. And she forced me out of bed. Now, outside of where the top step was in my old uni house was the kind of step, like basically there was my door, and there was the bathroom door there, and there was like basically like a step that went like that. So you went down, up, in to get to the bathroom. Okay? Because of this one morning, I decided to go over the step like that to get where I needed to go. I completely missed my step. So I went woof, like down to the little bit of the well at the bottom, and my head went flying into the door frame of the bathroom and whack. Basically, I had a door frame wedged in my skull. And it took 4 stitches, and I think I must have been concussed because I don't remember much after that. I remember bits and pieces. But because of that, it's really weird. I don't remember things anymore. And it's really weird. I can see parts of my memory until somebody prompts it and goes, do you remember this? And it's really weird now, because as soon as somebody says it, I have to latch onto it and I can't let it go, because it's almost like a revelation that it was still fucking there. It's crazy. And mail order catalogues, boom, something came back, and I was just like, that's fucking mental. I completely forgot about that, being a 7-year-old. And that's when I suddenly realised there was still something there. So that's half of my story and why I'm doing it, and thanking him for letting me remember something. As a lot of people have known on my channel, I have done a lot of Atari ST games. And I remember that they used to have these big catalogues, and it was a mail order catalogue, and if anyone can remember that, I just remember it, but it had loads of pictures of different games in there. And what I used to do, I used to just sit there, and you used to be able to pay so much for 7 games, and they forced you to get a game every month, or they charged you through the nose anyway, so you had to get a game every month, because that was part of the contract that you had with this mail order catalogue. And I remember going, I don't want any games this month, Dad. And it's like, well, you're going to have one because I've paid. And I just remember going through, it's like, okay, I'll have this one, circle it. And then I'll have this one, circle it. And it used to, and there was another one that was like a PC one as well. And That's as much as I can remember. But I just wish somebody could tell me what the name of that catalogue was, because I can see it and I remember it, but that's about as far as I can go. It's really weird. That's what my memory's like. That's one of the half of the reasons as well as why I'm doing this nostalgia trip thing. As soon as somebody reminds me of a game, all of a sudden it's just like, Christ, I remember that. And it's like new memories are back, and they're folded back into a neat tidy pile and put back where they were. It's like I've lost all these folders and files in my brain and I'm just trying to put it back together again. Sounds fucking crazy and I sound like a fucking nutball, but it's true. My memory's trashed. Ever since that accident, my memory's trashed. My mum will say like stupid stuff, and I had to remember this because it's like, do you remember going to Duxford? And I went, no. And then she went, do you remember the planes? Yes. And then all of a sudden, came back. It was all there. It's weird. And it's almost like they're lost until something can poke it. And it's like, it's that. But as another side story with the fact that I had 4 stitches, I do remember halfway through that I had, they put an anaesthetic. It was around here. And I can still feel the lump even now. I had anaesthetic. And this is one of the reasons why I've grown my hair to hide the scar. I used to have spiky hair. Don't now. But halfway through, the anaesthetic run out and I could feel them putting this hook through my head. And I remember it because it's not a normal pain feeling like a hook in your head. It's not normal. And there were these 2 blokes, one was trying to hold me down, one was trying to do it, and they they couldn't get me into a normal theatre, so they stuck me in this room full of plaster casts. Fucking weird in itself, so it felt like I was in Silent Hill, and they were doing it and it just started I could feel it, I could just feel it in my skull, and it was just like there, and I went, I think it's wearing off, and I just went, what do you mean? I'm just warning you now, and I remember this, I'm just warning you now, I think I'm in a lot of pain and I need to swear, and I really need to. Are you okay with me swearing? And he just laughed at me. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Motherfucker! And I was just shouting that at the top of my voice. So yeah, it was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. So anyway, go check out Lawnsboypost1975. A bit of an insight to who I am that was, and basically, thank you for making me remember. And if anybody can tell me what the name of that Atari ST magazine was where you could get loads of games, do tell me, because that would be great to remember. So yeah, comment, like and subscribe. Go check him out. I tried to do an ending, like an 80s ending, like it had just finished. I was going to do some